I recently bought this African violet and it is just so gorgeous. I absolutely love the variegation and the double bloom flowers, so I decided to propagate it and I thought we could go through the process together. This video is going to be over the span of a half year because that's how long it takes to kind of make the propagations into their own plant. So stay tuned to the end for the final results. This is the most simple, easy, hands-off way of propagating African violets. I love this way. I prefer it a lot over water propagation. It's less tedious and you don't really need to pay attention to it as much, and there's no transfer from water to soil, which is the worst part in my opinion. I also find that this has a much higher success rate, especially since you don't have to transfer from water to soil. So step one is to cut off the leaves that you want to propagate. Make sure that they are the leaves on the outer edge, which are the oldest leaves. You can cut off the leaves that are kind of ugly, they might be damaged, or they might just make the plant look misshapen. So you can kind of shape the plant to how you want it to look and get more plants. So I decided to take these 3 leaves off because they didn't really have much variegation and I just wanted them gone from the plant so that the plant can look completely variegated and not have these weird looking leaves with it. Cut as close to the base as possible, otherwise you're gonna have a weird stump left. This is mainly for aesthetic purposes since it doesn't really matter how long the stem on the leaf is that you're propagating. But if you want it to look nice, make sure you cut as close to the center, or you could just pinch it off if you don't want to use shears or anything. It's really easy to do. It kind of just snaps off. Now we get a container, like an old takeout container or just like a food container, or if you have a really small storage bin, you can use one of those. You don't need to poke any holes in it, which makes it a lot easier. It just has to have a lid. You have to make sure that it has a lid so that we can keep the lid on and then keep the humidity high. I have this African violet soil, but you can just use whatever soil you want. You don't need to add any amendments or anything. The soil doesn't really need to be specific right now. It's just to have something to put the leaves into. So pour a layer of soil and then you can place the leaves so that the stem is covered but the leaves aren't. And the new plant is going to form at the base of the stem. So if you want, you can even cut the stems shorter so you'll have the new plant kind of closer to the old leaf, or you can leave it long like I left it long and I just put that under the soil and then left the leaf above soil. And when the propagations get bigger, we'll have to move them from this container, but for now I like having a compact space so that it doesn't take up a lot of room when I put it under my grow lights. I added water to the container. Make sure not to wet the leaves like I just did. You can add it in one area and it will spread from there, so you don't really need to be meticulous about it. You just gotta get enough water in there to completely saturate the soil. And after that, we just close it up, put it under a window or grow lights, and you're done. So I put mine under my grow lights. There is gonna be a difference between grow lights and real sunlight, but we'll get into that a little bit later. And here it is 2.5 months later. You can see the new growth that formed. I have not watered it since I put the plants in here, so I'm gonna water it today. Same way that I did 2.5 months ago. You don't have to be too precise with the water placement. Just make sure that you saturate the soil and that you don't wet the leaves. All right, so you can see these have grown so much and they're ready to be put in their own pots, and they've actually been ready for a while, but I was waiting the longest I could. The lid doesn't even close anymore. I'll smush the leaves if I try. So they're ready to move on out. As you can see, I'm just shaking everything to get everything out. The soil was kind of stuck to the container and shaking it was the easiest way to remove it. And split up the 3 different, well, however many propagations you have, so you can see what you got going on and how many pots you're gonna need. I have 3 different plants here. Some of them even have multiple plants on them, but we'll deal with that later. And I'm just gonna pot them up separately. So you should be splitting up the different little babies that come out, but I don't really feel like doing that, so we're gonna leave it like this, and I'm just gonna have 3 separate pots. And I'm just using these nursery pots. I've been too lazy to make my own mix, so again we're gonna be using the same African violet mix. If you don't have African violet mix, that's fine. You can use whatever you have. But if it's a really dense soil like Miracle-Gro, try to add some perlite or another amendment just to make it a little bit more aerated. This big leaf here is gonna die off in a while anyways, but I'm just gonna leave it on. Second one potted up. I wanted to put it in this cute little pot, so I'm gonna end up probably cutting the big leaf off to help it look nicer. Honestly, we could probably use this leaf to propagate again, but I'm gonna let it go. If you got soil on your plant while you were potting it up, don't worry. Don't try to clean it off with water, but you can get a fluffy makeup brush or a fluffy paintbrush. If you don't have a brush to use, you can buy one for like $1 at any drugstore. Just get a fluffy one and then it will easily brush off any soil that you got onto the leaves. And this is a great way to keep your leaves clean throughout their lifespan, so you can keep the brush to clean your African violets forever, since it's pretty much one of the only ways to dust your plants, since this one does have really fuzzy leaves. Now I'm just watering them. They're getting their first water as their own little separate plants. I think I've only watered them 4 times in total while they were propagating, but now I'm gonna have to start watering them more often since they're not gonna have the humidity that they previously did when they were in a container with a lid. So, I'm rhyming over here. I'm just soaking these so I can make sure that all of the soil has been saturated, and I'm giving them a little bit of time to sit before I put them in their new spots where they're gonna live for the rest of the foreseeable future. And here's how the propagations are looking today, which is 2 months since I potted them up, and I think they're looking so cute. They're starting to get their variegation. They were a little unvariegated for a little while. This leaf died. Whatever, that's fine, I expected that. So these 2 bigger ones I moved from my grow lights to my south facing window so that they could get more variegation, and as you can see, they're a lot bigger than the one that I kept under grow lights, which is this one. And this one is just really cute, but it's really small, it's really dark colored, and it's not getting as much light, it's getting grow lights. And what I have found, and I speculated this before, but now I know it's the truth, is if you keep African violets under grow lights, their variegation is gonna come out pink. And if you put them in regular sunlight, their variegation is gonna stay white. I also moved the mother plant to my south facing window, and you can see that the new variegation is starting to be white, and you can see the old pink variegation mixed in there, so it does look really pretty. Yeah, that's a cool little fun fact depending on how you want your plant to look. That's it for how to propagate an African violet. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions or I left something unclear, please let me know in the comments down below and I will do my best to answer. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!